Well, this sun is not in the right position for doing a video this afternoon, so I'm gonna, I guess, turn this way a little bit. There we go. Well, good afternoon and welcome back to another Blue Jay Acres video. My name's Charles and this is, I think, our 6th day of our pantry challenge, and Noelle is actually not feeling well today. There's been a little bit of a bug kind of flowing through the house. I think the girls brought it home from work. She's under the weather, so we're not going to move forward with any new recipes or cooking today, but this is where having the leftovers from what she's been cooking from scratch the last few days come in handy. So we're going to kind of use today as that buffer day to eat through some of the stuff we've had left over. So trust me, it's all good, but we can't always eat it all, and so there's always some leftovers that we can put together for that 1 day a week or maybe 2 days a week where we need to just kind of pinch hit. So that's kind of where we're going to be at today, and she is hoping to be back on her feet tomorrow, and so wish her well. And with that, I'm actually going to show you, because I had not planned on doing the majority of today's video, I'm going to show you a little bit about what I came out and filmed earlier this afternoon during my lunch break. So I'm finally off work for the day, and I came out during my lunch break, and I wanted to take a look at sweet potatoes because we had 2 days of frost. And we'll talk about that in a minute, but at any rate, yeah, I'll show you what we did with sweet potatoes, and then I'll pick up with where we're at with some chores, because I do want to kind of show you guys a little bit about some of the systems we have in place for taking care of the animals, as well as some of the progress we've had just in general. So I think I owe you a catch up on where we're at with putting all the cabbages in. So this is our first year with trying to really do cabbages in the fall, and I'll show you a little bit about what I'm doing with this massive pile of wood chips that came in from the neighbor's tree across the street, and what we're doing with those as well. So plus I do need to get water and hay out to the cows today. They got about half a feeder of hay, but I know they're going to need some water. So I'm going to get some things prepped in the background here, but I'm going to start off, I think, by showing you some video footage of what we've gotten accomplished and kind of what we're doing, along with the sweet potatoes. So roll that beautiful footage. Oh, you guys ready for this? Rogue chicken. He who gets out, or should I say, she who gets out, does not get treats unless you figure out how to get yourself back in. And you are not alone. Oh, see, that one knows. That one knew to get back in. As you can see, I kind of made a pit stop out here earlier this morning, and I've got this one cleaned out, and I actually have a little better than half of this one cleaned out. So I did something a little bit different for the bed for these cabbages. I wanted to see how it would work, and honestly, we get, I don't know, a decent amount of rabbit manure from the inside rabbits. And I just put that bedding and all with the pine that they use for the absorbent into this bed and we let it sit. It's probably been 2 months now. It's a cold manure, so I didn't have to worry about it sitting, but I was wanting to make sure that the pine itself had a chance to start to disintegrate. Now, what we use is a expanding. It's made for, the pine bedding is made for horses and can be used for rabbits. It's not recommended for chickens or other animals because it's very small pine pellets that expand as they absorb moisture, and of course if you give that to a chicken and it eats it, well, yeah, I think that would probably be the equivalent of one of us swallowing a mint, like a Mentos, and then drinking some pop. It would not be good. Definitely not be good. So, at any rate, it has really enabled this soil to be very loose. It's very fluffy. I know that putting pine like that directly in, wood chips directly in without composting them, will take away some of the nitrogen in the soil when it does start to compost. But offsetting that with the cold manure, the nitrogen in the rabbit manure, I think will offset and keep it fairly well balanced. So, at any rate, we're gonna find out. Well, I got the bed, actually I got both beds for the cabbages all done. I will take you over and I will show you those here in a minute. But before I do, I want to introduce you to two special guests that have joined our homestead now as part of our security detail. So, again, I mentioned we have issues with a hawk getting our chickens. And I have tried almost every precautionary measure I can think of to make that go away. No luck. So, I hired a security detail to come and stay on the property. And I want to introduce you to that security detail now. Their names are Ollie and Percy. So without any further ado, please meet Ollie and Percy. This is Ollie. This is Percy. So owls, so I'm told, are a natural enemy of the hawk. So these guys will stand watch, you and you, to make sure that we don't lose any more chickens. So I figure this whole situation is for the birds. I might as well use a bird to help solve the problem.
In a world like a dream. You and I standing wild and free, with petals so golden, the sun's warm kiss, a love so strong, a bliss. Whispers of the breeze, secrets unfold. It's you that I need, it's you that I...
Darlings! Look at y'all with your owl. How are you, darlings?
So the way I did it up there on the edge, I don't think it's gonna stand very well, and it's gonna tilt so the head won't pivot. So I just made an elbow bracket, and I'm gonna clamp down an elbow bracket.
Very good.
And I think that will do the job.
Oh. Are you all right? No, you're not. All right. I'm coming.
I'm fine.
Hey, I got that on film.
No, you don't.
Do y'all need to undo the poles like I did? Look at my turkey.
You can't undo the pole.
Oh, honey. Hi, everybody.
Oh, so much for cleaning.
Hello, everybody.
My shoes are just awful about snagging.
Let them in. Oh, sweet turkey. You're not getting bloody again, are you? Hey, better nobody be picking on her. You gonna let me love on you?
I broke my bracket falling.
Oh, honey. I'm sorry. Are you okay, or did you hurt yourself?
I'm fine.
Hello, my turkey.
All right, one guard, standing duty. So I've been at this all day. I just haven't recorded most of it because it's been very repetitive. But I thought I'd introduce you to my two best friends when it comes to moving these wood chips. And I did, I don't know, I think 5 loads today so far. I'm getting ready to do this last one. I did have to take a break. I did choose to take a break a little while ago. It's Tuesday when we recorded this video, and that is movie day because they have it at discount prices at a local theater. So Luke and I went to go see Transformers 1, and you know, it's always a good time to get him out and get him to just kind of be in a completely different environment. So I think that was great. My two favorite friends on this have been my snow shovel and my cultivating rake. I have found that both of these tools make it the easiest, and I've tried a few different tools to do this. I started with a bedding fork, which the one that I used has 5 tines, and it just had a lot of wood chips kind of just fall through, so I was a lot of effort with just very little kind of getting into it. And then I've tried just several different shovels, rakes, whatnot. These are the things that I found have come out the best. I've also found that putting it on the asphalt and then scooping it up off the asphalt versus the gravel has also worked really well, and that's where the cultivating rake comes in handy. So I pull the pile forward, I let it dry out a little bit while I'm dumping a load. This has had several hours to dry out now, and so once I've got it all pulled out, then the other thing that I'm doing, and you can't really see that too well from where I've got the camera set up, but it's pulling out a lot of the longer stuff that did not chip very well when they put it through initially. And you know, the guy that dropped it off, he apologized and was like, sorry about that, it got bound up, and you know, new guy was running it, and I just looked at him and I'm like, well, so last time I checked, you were giving me this for free, and there's a lot of good stuff in here, and if I need to run it through my own wood chipper to get some of the small stuff, so be it. But I am thankful, not going to complain, because you had some stuff that didn't get chipped up. So I'm going to get this stuff put in the back of the truck, and it literally is just like you're shoveling a driveway for me. And then once I've got the truck around, I just reverse the process and dig it back out and throw it over the fence. If I get some time before the sun goes down, I'll show you what's in there now. But I'm relying on the chickens to spread it out for now. It pretty much ate everything off of that one. So I got a ring of a sweet potato. Wonderful. Alright, I'm not even going to go dig any of these up. I'm just going to let them go for a while longer. I don't think anything's going to come of them. Like I said, the deer pretty well ate those. I tried to let the weeds grow up around the outside to mask the vines, but I think the damage was already done. So I guess I'm going to call this activity it for now. You know, we probably got about 15 pounds, give or take, of usable, which is about half what we got last year, and I planted probably 3 times as much, give or take. So next year, I'm going to have to come up with, because I mean, guys, this has just been a ridiculous year for predators. Between hawks taking out chickens, deer wiping out the sweet potato vines at the beginning, and then the voles eating pretty much whatever else they could get a hold of. Voles took out all the potatoes, the regular, like, Kennebec baking potatoes. I know deer kind of annihilated the lettuce. So there's just a lot that we dealt with this year that we didn't anticipate because we didn't have these problems last year. So I don't know. Maybe it's just us. Maybe it's more global. But from a predator perspective, things are just going after our dinner table way more this year than they have in years past. So, you know, next year, fencing around the garden of some sort, at least electrified, to try to keep out deer. We'll figure out what we can do there. Figure the sweet potatoes, I may have to take and maybe make some round cages about 18 inches in diameter and about a foot deep and bury them halfway in the ground to give the sweet potatoes room to grow, but at the same time keep the voles and the moles from tunneling in and around and eating them. Because I'm going to tell you, based on the size of those first ones, if we had had all of them produced like that first one did, we'd have had well over 100 pounds of sweet potatoes out of this pull right here. But it is what it is. There's not much more I can say, right? Figure out a better way to do it next year. So, all right. Well, I'm going to get something to put these potatoes in and bring them in, and you know, I guess I already kind of broke the bad news to Noelle that we were going to have issues with the sweet potatoes getting eaten. We'll just celebrate what we did get, because again, we don't have any money really invested because we grew off our sweet potatoes from last year. Next year, however, since we got so few sweet potatoes this year, we are probably going to have to go out and buy some sweet potatoes, unless we keep some of those smaller ones, dry them out and just use them for slips next year. So, and we did 31 plants off of, I think it was 31, something like that. But we did all of those off 3 of our own sweet potato slips, or sweet potatoes is what all those slips came off of this year. So, all right, it's gonna do it for me for this activity, and I'll see you. Who wants a treat? Here, you want to try this? I'm gonna give the bigger one to you. Here you go. Oh, good crunchy sweet potatoes. Oh, such noisy eaters. But they are loving it. That's a treat for them. You guys get this knocked all the way out. That takes talent. Well, don't knock it over. Seriously? Hey, get out. Seriously? Try not to get shocked on the fence here, folks. T, get out of the tub. Come on. Yes, I poured it on your head on purpose. Don't knock it over. Y'all know to wait. Don't do it again. Y'all get the bath. I know, it looks mean, but you needed a bath. Crazy cows. So I was on my way back and I noticed something wasn't quite right because this feeder is way too full. And you can see they're eating it just fine right now, but they were standing there mooing at me. I slowed down and took a look, and so this is one of the problems with this kind of a feeder, is with an electric fence and very picky cows, and they are very picky cows. They will literally just ruffle through that to get whatever it is they want. They push that feeder up against the electric fence, and then whenever they go to get into it, they get themselves shocked because it's up against the fence, which is exactly what was happened just a minute ago. So I just pulled the fence back with this broken piece of fence post to allow me to get in there and move that without having to de-energize the fence, because the de-energizer or energizer is way up there. So anyway, they're happy now. They can eat. They've got water. And I don't know. I think what I'm going to have to do is put some sort of stakes in the ground over here just to make certain that it doesn't keep sliding back against the fence. Because it's got to be close enough I can throw the hay over the fence, but at the same time, it's got to be far enough back that they don't keep getting it on the fence. So I don't know. If you got any ideas of something that works for you, let me know. Oh, well, the good news is they can still eat. The bad news is they still waste a lot. I don't like to waste. Why if I don't have to? Don't be mean to cow. I saw you being a bully. You think I got more for you? I don't have more. You can see they went through. It's just been a matter of an hour or two. They've gone through and eaten most all of their sweet potato vines and the weeds that I had mixed in. They're still working on it. Floopsy was trying to eat. Boris decided to take a nap in it. So, you didn't get a chance to eat too much yet, did you? No, I know. Alright. I'm gonna get this little bit of hay over into their feeder area, or their house, hut, whatever you want to call it. But don't go eating my boots. Trying to eat my boots. Chicks in the barn are fed. Chickens outside and turkeys are fed. Still have to put up laying hens tonight once they go to bed. Lock up the chickens, and yes, I still lock up the turkeys until I can get them a kind of a roosting stanchion built. Just haven't had a chance to do it yet. But I need to get feed, so I've got a huge pile of feed down here. Picked up 12 more bags of the feed for the meat chickens and 6 more bags of feed for the laying hens. That laying hen feed, 17% non-GMO, is also used on the turkeys. So we actually do go through that rather quickly. There's a big pile of it. There it is. So anyway, we do go through that rather quickly. I'm gonna load that back up into the bed of the truck, but I had to run some errands this afternoon for work, and then I didn't want to carry 1,000 pounds in the bed of the truck of feed around, so I took this out. So I'm gonna put it back in, back the truck down to the barn, and go ahead and load up the barrels, and then I think that is gonna be me calling it a night. But with that said, I think this is as good a place as any to stop today's video. I need to get it uploading so that hopefully you can actually see it today. Noelle's doing all the editing, and I really appreciate you guys sticking around and watching it, and we'll see you tomorrow on another video from Blue Jay Acres. Thanks for watching.